Launching the 2025 Ora 5 feels like a watershed for Great Wall Motors' electric vehicle lineup. As the all-electric SUV bearing the Ora badge, the Ora 5 pushes the envelope in both styling and technology for the division. Pre-sales kicked off on November 12th in China, underscoring the brand's thrust into the electric SUV market. Boasting a cruising range of 580 kilometers, the Ora 5 is set to go head-to-head with rivals such as the BYD Atto 3, which manages about 510 kilometers, and the GAC Aeon Y Younger, which offers roughly 430 kilometers. The exterior design presses on the Ora family's rounded retro aesthetic, its contours weaving a distinctive personality into the car's silhouette. At the front, the fascia showcases the brand's trademark oval headlights, while modest air vents flanking the bumper inject a whisper of dynamism. A LiDAR sensor perched atop the roof hints at driver assist technology poised to elevate both safety and automation. These fresh additions lay GWM's ambition to stitch together the allure of classic design with the forward-leaning pulse of futuristic technology. The range of colors is essential to the Ora 5's identity. Prospective owners can opt for a handful of tones: steel gray, white, vivid red, deep blue, and warm beige. Each hue seeming to hug the SUV's sleek aerodynamic silhouette. The rear end presents a blend of utility and aesthetics. The taillight assembly is embedded directly into the glass, granting a contemporary profile, while the high-mounted brake light merges with the spoiler, imparting a sportier character. Conventional door handles preserve a familiarity. The vehicle's stance gets a stylish lift from the sleek multi-spoke alloy rims. The Ora 5's standard panoramic roof, spanning 1.65 meters, lets in a generous wash of daylight, instantly brightening the cabin and giving the interior an amplified sense of space. The charging inlet sits on the front right fender, a spot chosen for its convenience, so plugging in during use is a breeze. Dimensionally, the car presents a silhouette: 4,471 millimeters long, 1,833 millimeters wide, with some variants extending to 1,844 millimeters and 1,641 millimeters tall, delivering a balanced road presence. At 2,720 millimeters, the wheelbase provides plenty of legroom for every occupant, while the compact SUV remains quick on its feet. Propelling the vehicle is a motor that cranks out 150 kilowatts, approximately 201 horsepower, delivering that characteristic instant torque and a refined, almost linear acceleration profile. The power bank feeding this motor consists of lithium iron phosphate cells sourced from Sfolt, a trusted battery supplier for GWM. Prospective owners can select between two-pack configurations: a 45.3 kilowatt-hour unit that on the CLTC cycle tops out at 480 kilometers of range, or a capacious 58.3 kilowatt-hour version that pushes the claimed distance out to about 580 kilometers. This two-tiered approach grants buyers the latitude to balance a price point against the allure of extended cruising capability. As a UP efficiency stays front and center, with clever energy management systems pulling every ounce of real-world range and performance out of the drivetrain. Within the Ora 5, comfort, minimalism, and pure functionality takes center stage. The cabin unfolds in a style offered in three core interior palettes: bright white, warm brown, and subdued gray. Traditional gauges have given way to a 10.25-inch instrument cluster, while a spacious 15.6-inch floating 2.5K central display dominates the dash, turning the infotainment area into a visually immersive experience. The system's front end lives on GWM's third-generation Coffee OS, a software ecosystem that natively supports over-the-air updates, intelligent navigation, and tightly woven entertainment features. Powering that experience is MediaTek's 4-cockpit silicon, which guarantees buttery smooth multitasking and razor-fast reaction times across the user interface. The 2-spoke flat-bottom steering wheel not reinforces the car's vibe, but also houses ergonomic controls for multimedia and driver assist functions. Subtle chrome accents are brushed across the dashboard and door trims, giving the cabin an feel. Beneath the console, a wireless charging pad for devices rests beside a pair of cup holders, underscoring everyday practicality. The lower part of the center console is scooped out, giving room for bags or other small stuff. That's a big part of what makes the Ora 5 special. A whopping 33 storage compartments scattered all over the cabin. Passenger comfort and convenience sit front and center in the Ora 5's design philosophy. The seats are sculpted to hold occupants on drives, while the roomy cabin height injects a feeling of openness. A sweeping panoramic glass roof now broadens the view, also bathes the interior in a refined, airy ambience. Meanwhile, the soundproofing has been fine-tuned to keep the cabin hush-quiet, underscoring the character of the electric drivetrain. Tech integration isn't limited to the side effects. It also seeps into driver assist gear. Spotting a LiDAR sensor under the hood signals that the Ora 5 is equipped with a suite of safety tools, cruise control, lane keeping aid, and perhaps even a dash of capability, though the full rundown hasn't been laid out yet. By stitching these systems into the package, GWM is nudging the Ora 5 up into the higher-end corner of the electric SUV market. The debut of the model is a move for Ora. Though the brand launched with a flair, it's been hitting patches lately. In 2024, total sales fell sharply, down 41.69% from the year, to 63,300 units. The slump deepened from January to April 2025, with sales dropping another 56.05%, making it clear the brand needs a boost. These figures lay bare the rivalry in China's electric vehicle arena, where a growing crowd of marques scramble for buyers' attention. GWM's overarching strategy leans on its 3 sub-brands, Haval, Tank, and Ora, to span a swath of market segments. Haval drives the SUV crowd, Tank stakes its claim on off-road machines, and Ora focuses on compact and mid-size electric cars aimed at urban younger buyers. Yet as GWM keeps expanding its energy vehicle (NEV) lineup across all divisions, Ora will need to reshape its identity to stay relevant. The Ora 5 isn't a product launch, it's also a move to reposition the brand. By rolling out a SUV with a range that tops 580 kilometers, equipped with connectivity and cloaked in a retro-inspired design, Ora seeks to bridge the chasm, separating stark practicality from emotional appeal. Bottom line, the Ora 5 isn't another badge on the lineup. It reads like a manifesto of renewal. Its design fuses a silhouette with a forward-leaning flair, while a sophisticated digital framework, an electric powertrain, and a deliberately arranged cabin all signal the path GWM envisions for its next generation. Now that pre-sales have opened, the buzz centers on how this electric SUV will hold its own in China's market, and whether it can thrust Ora into a fresh chapter of growth and innovation.